Hey everyone, Tyson the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Prince George here. Today we are taking a look at the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited in the crystal black silica. This just arrived and is available. We don't have a whole bunch of black on black Crosstreks come in, but it is a sharp looking vehicle. Of course, the 24 Crosstreks got a redesign for the 24 model year, new front end, new platform, new exterior, interior, updated engine. Front end, a little bit more aggressive looking than the previous gen Crosstrek. On the Limited, the highlight colors, your gray, your metallic gray. So you've got those wings off the front grille into those smaller, more aggressively styled LED steering responsive auto high beam assist headlights. We've got gray fog light surrounds with LED fog lights. We've got that C-cut channel that you see on the majority of the new Subarus. And of course, that new grille, that honeycomb hexagonal shaped grille, adds to that aggressive look. 8.7 inches minimum ground clearance, and this is powered by the 2.5 liter four-cylinder boxer engine producing 182 horsepower. They increased the torque at low speed by 3 pounds-feet, so it is a little bit more responsive at lower speeds. Limited does come with the 18-inch aluminum alloy wheels, same wheels as the Onyx, just with the machined alloy face, and I think these wheels contrast nicely with just the black body and the black cladding. You don't notice the larger amount of cladding on here on the black vehicle. Functional vents on that. Mirror caps are metallic gray, along with integrated turn signals. Even the roof rails are gray painted. That's the exterior highlight color on the Limited. And of course, my personal favorite view, the rear 3/4 view on the Crosstreks. And on the black, those new taillights, the black portions blend in, but that red really, really pops. New rear bumper on the 24s, including functional vents. You've got your integrated reflectors and kind of a rear diffuser. It's very much like the back of a WRX bumper, and it's a good looking rear end on the Crosstrek as well. In the bumper, we do have body color backup sensors, and they'll apply the brakes if it thinks you're going to hit something in reverse between speeds of 1 and 15 kilometers an hour. Terrifying when it happens, but it's better than hitting something. Black painted strip, because the body is black. This is normally body color unless you're on an Onyx. To open it, we've got a little rubber switch, and it's pretty much in line with those stars. Click and lift. And in the back of the Crosstrek, there is far more space than people expect. Privacy cover hides everything from the top of the seats down. Keep things out of sight, out of mind from prying eyes. Halogen cargo light, you can turn it off, but this will shut off once you close the hatch. We've got grocery bag hooks on each side, and those top grocery bag hooks tie in with these bottom ones on either side, and those hard mount physical tie downs when you get the cargo tray or a cargo net accessory. We've got cup holders, bottle holders for tailgating. Underneath the false floor, we do get a temporary spare tire. We've got our jack. We've got our eye bolt for recovering other vehicles. We have this nice little mountain motif, and I can see my reflection on this. They did a really good job cleaning this black on black Crosstrek, sorry. And we do have the little pin code set button. So if you want to set a pin code while you don't have your key, or you deactivate the proximity portion of the key, you can do that as well. But sharp looking exterior on the Crosstrek. These 24s are definitely more aggressive. I did do a video showcasing just how aggressive it is in comparison to the 23s before. Second row, there's a ton of room. There's far more room back here than people think there is. You've got excellent headroom. You've got excellent legroom. The Limited, you get the, I guess, dark gray and black two-tone leather upholstery with the orange contrast stitching. And of course, even orange in the perforations. And I think that is a super nice touch. I understand orange may not be everyone's favorite color, but I think it really works inside the Crosstrek. Fold down armrest with integrated cup holders if there's only 1 or 2 passengers. Map back pocket on the rear of the front passenger seat. 2 USB ports for charging. This is designed to be a step and is textured so you have grip. If you get crossbars for the roof, that's a lot better place to stand. Much better than on the tire here, because the tire sits inside the fender and you won't get as much of your foot on there as you will there. Door card, soft touch armrest, orange contrast stitching, a little bit of storage with a bottle holder, power windows. This is hard touch plastic, and if you need it, child locks, very effective. Blends in on this, but you do have a tilt and slide sunroof in the Limited. It is a proximity key, so long as the key's within 46 inches, all you have to do is touch those lines and it'll lock. Won't happen while it's running. It's actually just going to beep at us. Don't know if you can hear it. It is very faint, but it won't let you do that while the vehicle's running. Front door card looks very much like the rear door card, except this is soft touch. In addition to this being soft touch, we've got all 4 power windows, our window lock control, our power mirror adjustment. We have a little bit more storage along with a bottle holder, and then we do have the upgraded Harman Kardon audio system. Phenomenal audio system. Sounds great in a vehicle of this size. I'm a huge Harman Kardon fan. Driver's seat is the same light/dark two-tone leather upholstery with the orange contrast stitching and orange perforations. It is, of course, a power driver's seat, including lumbar support. And Subaru did a lot of research on these seats when they developed them. They're designed to reduce fatigue over long driving distances by reducing pelvic vibration. So this is beefed up, special foam. I notice a difference in the seats, but I haven't spent a whole bunch of time behind the wheel of one. No long distance driving. We have a scroll wheel for the brightness of our gauges. On the steering wheel itself, it is the new style steering wheel. So you have our volume toggle on the left to right instead of up down. This up down now changes our small little center display there. Gives us different information depending what we want to look at. Handy stuff to have. We also have our Bluetooth accept phone call, hang up or decline, issue voice commands, switch from AM to FM to satellite to USB to Bluetooth, switch between presets. Right hand side, we have our adaptive cruise and our lane centering. Now, both of those systems use these 3 black cameras, the EyeSight cameras, to look for vehicles, pedestrians, road lines, cyclists, objects you're going to hit. So, does your automatic emergency braking, pre-collision throttle management, all of that safety stuff. Subaru stuck it behind a windshield because windshield's a lot cheaper than, sensors, radar, stuff on the front. So, when I turn on the cruise, I get an image of the Crosstrek there, and you'll notice that there's 3 bars ahead of it. Now there's 4. That is the follow distance behind the vehicle ahead of you. You'll follow that if you catch up while using cruise. I've just turned on the lane centering, and you'll see that there's those gray lines. When the cameras can see the road lines, they'll illuminate white on the corresponding side, and it'll actually give you gentle steering input to help keep you in the middle of your lane. Great for long distance driving. I can't recommend you use it around town, but it is very handy. I can increase or decrease the follow distance with the cruise with these buttons. 4 is the max, 1 is the minimum. Intelligent and sport drive modes. Sport, you can see that yellow line's a little bit more aggressive than the blue intelligent line. You're going to go faster sooner, and it is going to use a little bit more fuel. Heated wheel. It does not heat at the top of the seam, just where you're supposed to get your hands or keep your hands while driving, and it gets nice and toasty. It gets up to like 40 degrees Celsius. It's cooking. It's fantastic. Up top here, you can see that little red light there. That is the driver focus system. That is something that is exclusive to the Limited. So it's trying to scan my face. It's going to try to tell me if I'm distracted, if I'm not paying attention to the road. It's great. Or I'm drowsy. It doesn't do the memory settings like it does in the Forest or Outback, Ascent, or Legacy, because there's no memory seat settings in the Crosstrek. Wow, that was a mouthful. Top portion of this screen, what we're listening to, navigation destination, these widgets, which I can change around. I simply click, choose the ones that I want, and I always change them to the same ones, as I find the majority of my customers like them. But your mileage is going to vary. Weather, part of the 3-month satellite radio trial. And then we have access to dual function X mode. So X mode is like 4x4 low in a pickup, designed for low speed, rough terrain, under 40 kilometers an hour. If you exceed 40 kilometers an hour, it kicks out and goes back to regular all-wheel drive. Deep snow and mud turns off traction control, allows for excess wheel spin. And I have to be going under 20 kilometers an hour to engage that. I generally turn it on when I'm actually stopped, the occasional time I've had to use it. We've got our center portion of our screen. We've got map, which is our navigation, powered by TomTom. That's free for the life of the vehicle. You do not have a subscription for that. You can go full screen with it. This little Monopoly hotel or open envelope is your home button. Radio, media, phone, apps. We've got wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. In addition to the My Subaru app, you will gain access to the My Subaru app after the vehicle is registered in your name. Get a 3-year trial for that. There's also a backup camera when I put it in reverse. Rear assist braking's active, parking sensors are active. You can see the top of the bumper, so I have something to relate to. As I turn the wheel, those orange lines move, show you where I'm going to end up if I keep the wheel turned that way. Now, I can actually clean this while I'm inside the vehicle, and I just twist and hold this end of the wiper stalk towards myself, and it'll clean it. This just got cleaned. I'm not going to put washer fluid all over it. If you check out some of my other videos, you will see that. It's asking if I want to register myself in the driver system. I do not. You can hook up to 5 individuals to this driver focus system though. To the left, we have our volume knob. Right, we have tuning knob. We've got the ability to turn off auto start stop, hook up additional phones, make driver profiles. We can change vehicle controls, driving assistance, more settings. There's lots of customization ability in this vehicle. We've got physical buttons on either side for our climate control because it is dual zone. We've got front defrost. We have our side mirrors, our back window, and our windshield wiper deicer. So where the wipers sit on the windshield, those actually have heating elements. Fantastic in the winters here. You go through way less wiper blades. So these being dual zone, I can adjust in 0.5 degree increments. I can have it focus the entire cab or just the front, turn on AC, or I can simply click, bring this up. I can click, I can drag, I can control where I want my airflow, I can sync it back to just driver controlled. It's super easy to use. Now this screen will disappear after a few seconds of no input. So if you're driving, you make an adjustment, you don't have to worry about pressing that big red X to close out of it, which is nice, it just does that. We've got our big fan strength buttons. It's hard to miss. Below that, we've got our USBs, our aux. We have a 10-watt wireless charger, little illumination light. Now, if I don't want it charging, turn it off. Simple. On the center console, automatic CVT, manual mode. So if I want to manually select my own gears, I do have paddles on the back of the steering wheel. This is upshift, plus, downshift, negative. Very handy to use, and you can do that on the fly. Heated seats, they kept physical switches for them. I like them. Some people would prefer it in the screen. It's all a personal preference thing. If you leave these turned on and you remote start the vehicle from your phone, they will turn on as well. Park brake, pull up to turn it on. If my foot is not on the brake and I push down, it doesn't go off. And up top here on the dash, it does say depress the brake pedal. So my foot is on the brake, I push down, off it goes. We've got offset cup holders, and they both have little drink raisers. So if you have taller drinks, they'll sit lower, be more secure. We have a 12-volt, 120-watt outlet. Soft touch center console with red contrast stitching, a little bit of storage. Now, this is super deep storage. There's a place to run cords out of, but there's no power points in here, which I do think is a little bit of an oversight, but I do appreciate not crushing my cords if I have a battery bank or something in there. Up top, we have SOS and roadside. So SOS is for medical emergencies, you feel unsafe, or you're involved in an accident where the airbags don't deploy. Blue is for roadside or concierge service. That's part of the 3-year trial to the connected services you get with most new Subarus. Tilt and slide sunroof controls, and it is just the, I know I showed you on the outside, but it's just the regular size sunroof, nothing crazy. Manual shade. We do have 4 grab handles in this car, and the back ones do have hooks for hanging clothes or whatnot, but it is nice to have the handles. We've got the ability card holder or sunglass storage. I put business cards up there all the time. Vanity mirror with light. And we flip that across. We have an extender to block the sun if it's directly at our left or right. Now, I did mention it is the 2.5 liter 4-cylinder in the Limited. So I will show that to you. It's 182 horsepower. It's pretty peppy for a vehicle of this size. I had the 2-liter in 2018 and I thought it was fine. This is just a little peppier. It is fun to drive. It does make a difference. 2.5 liter, and pretty much everything in yellow is what the average consumer is going to touch. Brake fluid, washer fluid, oil fill, easy access to an oil filter, coolant, and we have our dipstick right there. You do have easy access to the air filter. And to put these, to close these, I just like to drop them. I don't like to put my hand on it and push down because it feels like I'm going to break it, even if I'm not. I'll just give you guys that one quick 360 walk around of the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited in that crystal black silica. 8.7 inches minimum ground clearance. It's absolutely phenomenal. They're great on fuel. My favorite winter driving vehicle is the Crosstrek. I do have an older Outback, and it's great. The Crosstrek just happens to be my favorite vehicle that I've ever daily driven. So thank you for watching my quick walkthrough of the 2024 Subaru Crosstrek Limited. I'm Tyson, the Subaru Specialist from Subaru Print and Storage. If you guys have any questions about this vehicle behind me, any of the tech you saw on it, any of the vehicles in our lineup, really, put them in the comments below. I'm always looking to answer your guys' questions, make new content for you, and make you more informed. Thanks for watching. We'll talk soon.